Good morning, everybody. Welcome back from spring break. Hope everyone had a restful spring break, and we're back to the online learning. It's great to have everyone back. We're going to try something different today. So you're going to take Cornell notes here on the line over independence in India. And so you're going to take today's Cornell notes on your Cornell Master that I've posted above. And what you want to do is you want to put these topics that I've listed here on this video on the left side of your paper, and then on the right side of the paper you're going to put your bullet points. So again, to explain, on your Cornell Master, these topics I have, put on the left side of your paper, and then on the right side put your bullet points. And if I'm going too fast, or you feel like you need me to slow down, just pause, rewind, and listen to what I'm saying again. And so what you want to do is you want to put at least 2 or 3 bullet points next to each topic. So here we go. Independence in India. On the right side of your paper, just put today's topic. Tuesday is about India gaining its independence from Great Britain. Our next topic, India's frustration. So India is quite frustrated. So again, just one more time, on the left side of your paper, you want to put these topics on the Cornell Master, and then on the right side, you want to put about 2 or 3 bullet points. So India's frustration. Right after the war, India is quite frustrated because during World War I and World War II, citizens of India had fought alongside the British, and the British had promised them their freedom. Well, after World War II, India is still controlled by Britain. You remember back in first semester when we studied the Raj, and we studied that India was under control of Britain for about 90 years. And then, you remember the independence with Gandhi and the nonviolent movement and the Salt March. Well, this has been going on since the 1860s, and it's now the 1940s, and India is still under Britain rule. And so they're just ready for the British to leave, get out of town, let us have our independence. And Britain is quite poor after the war economically. They've spent so much money. So they are ready to release India. So our next topic, religious tension. The problem in India with independence is there's a lot of religious tension. India is split between Hindus and Muslims. Most of India is a Hindu nation, but there are quite a few Muslims as well. And so there's 2 very different visions of how India will be after the war. You have 2 political parties. You have the Congress Party, which is a party represented by Hindus, and they would like to see India be primarily a Hindu nation. And then the Muslim League wants to make sure that Muslim interests are protected in India as well. So that brings us to our next topic, rioting in Calcutta, August of 1946. So in August of 1946, it's apparent that the British are about to release India under Britain rule, and so rioting breaks out in that month, and Muslims are being attacked by Hindus. Hindus are being attacked by Muslims. People are going to die. Thousands of people die. Gandhi comes to the city to protest because, Gandhi is a nonviolent guy, and so he would like to see an end to the violence. He would like to see everyone stop the violence and figure out a peaceful solution to their disagreements. And so, because of this rioting, because of the split between the Muslims and the Hindus, it's going to influence how the independence is going to go. They call the independence the partition. The partition is India being released from Britain. So let's talk about how this goes. The British partition of India, July 16th, 1947. And again, I'll just say it one more time. These topics that you see here on this document, they go on your left side, and then on the right side, you should be putting down about 2, 3, 4 bullet points for each topic. So the British partition of India, it's July 16th, 1947, and the British come up with their decision of how they're going to split India. They're going to actually split India into two nations, India and Pakistan. And India will be India will be a Hindu nation, and Pakistan will be a Muslim nation. So again, the British partition of India is they're going to split India into two. India is going to be a Hindu nation, and Pakistan is going to be a Muslim nation. So let's talk about the split of Pakistan and India. So now you've been split up, and this is quite problematic. You have about 500. So now we're on the topic of the split of Pakistan and India. So you have about 500 native princes who now have to decide, am I going to live in India or am I going to live in Pakistan? And think of it like this. Now, you don't have to type all of this down. You don't have to be typing down what I'm saying word for word, just summarizing it in your own words. But just summarize a few points here. Think of all the things that have to be split up. The courts, the school systems, the civil service, the hospital, the military. You have to decide all of which goes on the India side, which goes on the Pakistan side. The other thing is millions of people are going to now find themselves feeling like a minority. So think of it like this. You're going to have Muslim people that live on the India side, and you're going to have Hindu people that live on the Pakistan side. And you might not feel very safe if you're one of these people. And think about a minute for the decision you would have to make. So if you're a Muslim living in India, you've lived here your whole life. You've established your business. You may have family. You may have friends. But you don't feel safe. And if you're a Hindu living in Pakistan, same situation. So do you stay with your family, with your business, but risk your safety? Or do you leave? But then if you leave, you have to start a whole new life. So maybe pause this for a second and just think about that dilemma. Maybe even type down to the side, what would you do? Would you leave? Would you stay? What would be the pros and cons of each? Think about that for a second. And now we move to the next topic, the summer of 1947. Summer of 1947, millions of people are on the move by train. And so you have Hindus leaving Pakistan on their way to India. You have Muslims leaving India on their way to Pakistan. And violence breaks out. Both sides start attacking the other. Hindus are attacking Muslims. Muslims are attacking Pakistan. And quite frankly, it's very chaotic. The Muslims say that the Hindus did it first. The Hindus say that the Muslims attacked first. Nobody really knows. But what happens is 1 million people die. The UN doesn't get involved. No one else in the world comes and mediates the situation. So you have people attacking on both sides, and 1 million people die the summer of 1947. Hindus kill Muslims on their way to India. Hindus kill Muslims on their way to Pakistan. Muslims kill Hindus on their way to India. And so one of the biggest casualties of this, and this brings us to our last topic, is Gandhi dies. So Gandhi in 1948, as this is dying down, is in the city of New Delhi, and he is pleading for the violence to stop. He is pleading for Hindus to be fair with Muslims and let the Muslims go to Pakistan. And a Hindu militant who feels that Gandhi is being too sympathetic to Muslims, assassinates Gandhi. So the guy who started the whole independence movement, or one of the main leaders of the whole independence movement, loses his life. And so that concludes the lecture. Make sure that you put these topics on your left side, and you put 2 to 3, 4 bullet points on the right side of each topic. Again, I hope everyone had a restful spring break. You also see today that I posted an assignment, a worksheet. The worksheet talks about the independence of the India and Pakistan area after the war, and sorry, not after the war, after the partition, after Gandhi dies, and the continued violence that plagues the Indian subcontinent. So the due date for the worksheet is Sunday, but I would suggest you get it done today or tomorrow, because I will have more notes for you to do on Sunday, and all notes and the worksheet, on Thursday. So I'll have another lesson for you on Thursday. And so notes from today, notes from Thursday, the worksheet will all be due on Sunday, but don't do all your work all at the last minute. Pace yourself throughout the week, and leave any comments about how you feel about this new format. And hope everyone again is doing well, and look for your next lesson on Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your day.